Hey there, handy friends. So this is going to be the second part video to a Cannabis Salve video that I had before, and this video is going to be the whole process. So how to infuse the cannabis and then how to make this wonderful salve. So stick with me and let me show you how it's done. The first step for this project is going to be decarboxylate your cannabis. If you don't know how to decarboxylate, be sure you check out my other video so I can show you how to do that and explain to you why it's done. This is an essential process for any ingestion of cannabis. After you decarboxylate your cannabis, it's really easy to grind it up. So I just crunch it up into my slow cooker, and now we're going to infuse it into oil. You can use all different types of oil. The most popular oil to use is coconut oil, and also sometimes people use olive oil, which is a little stronger flavor. I prefer the coconut oil. I want to cover my entire cannabis with oil, so the first thing I'm doing here is melting down my coconut oil. It is a solid, and by melting it down, turning it into a liquid, I can pour it over my herbs and see exactly how much I need in addition to what I might already have. I am using cold pressed coconut oil for this. I do prefer cold pressed for all of my beauty products. I will be melting this oil down and pouring it over my cannabis until it's about an inch higher than the herb. So I stir my cannabis around, and this helps moisten the cannabis with the oil that I already have in the crock pot. And this is going to help me to analyze how much more oil I'm going to need in addition to what I already have. And because I have the majority of my oil in, I kind of eyeball it with solid coconut oil as I'm going to heat it up, and it will melt it anyway. I'm just keeping in mind when I'm adding the solid coconut oil that I can always add more and I can never retract. So just be conscious of that when you're adding the solid. Next, I slow cook my cannabis on warm for 48 hours. Warm, I have measured, it is 100 degrees in my slow cooker, my crock pot. And in order to infuse herbs, 100 degrees for 48 hours to 72 hours is the perfect temperature. So if you'd like to give yours a little bit longer infusion, that's fine too. Next, I have my muslin and my sieve, and these are common items that I use in my apothecary area, and these help me to separate my oil from my herb. This cannabis salve can be used as an anti-inflammatory, an antiseptic, a pain reliever, an anti-aging, anti-acne, anti-cancer. It's also great for keeping your skin youthful. It relieves symptoms of psoriasis and eczema, mild irritations, and cannabis is also known to enhance sexual pleasure, and because of that, it's great for massages. And it can heal burns faster because it fights bacterial infections. And this salve is just great to have around the homestead. As you can see, my oil infusion is a dark green color and it smells amazing. I am on the right measuring it into a measuring cup. Because it is coconut oil, it will harden as it cools. So I like to make my salve right after the infusion's done so that the oil is already liquefied and I don't have to reheat it up. So I'm straining some of my oil right into my measuring cup. I'm going to strain and measure 2 cups, which is going to be 16 ounces of oil, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. And therefore I'm going to have 4 ounces of wax added to my recipe for this 2 cups of oil. So if you don't use all your oil, you can store it in a cool, dark place for up to 6 months, and you can use this infused oil as a massage oil. And this oil infusion is actually completely 100% edible, as there is no beeswax in it yet. So if I had any left over, I could use it for food as well before I add the beeswax, beeswax is not edible. Here is the really simple formula for making salve. For every 4 ounces of liquid oil measurement, you're going to measure 1 ounce of wax by weight. I have my homemade double boiler here, and make sure you check out some of my other herbalism videos where I show you how to make your own easy double boiler at home if you don't own an actual double boiler like me. When making salve, we always add our oil base first and the wax second. This way the wax will melt, and we're gonna melt the wax on low. I always like to add in vitamin E oil to my salves. This is very nourishing for the skin and it helps keep it soft. This is my favorite brand that I prefer. You can use any brand vitamin E oil. I am adding 3 drops of vitamin E oil per every 4 ounces of coconut oil used. Because I have a makeshift double boiler, I am wiping the water residue from the bottom of my measuring cup. That way the water doesn't get into my salve, since water and oil do not mix. Vitamin E oil is always added after the salve is removed from the heat. Heating wax or herbs too hot will ruin the important medicinal properties. Be careful when filling your tins, as they will also be hot. Let them completely cool before handling them. Your salve will be good for up to a year if stored in a dark, cool location. You can see how the salve lightens in color as it cools. It takes around an hour for it to fully cool. I really enjoy making this salve, and people really enjoy using it. If you like this salve and you have intentions on making some in the future, please be sure to comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos including cannabis and other herbalism videos. And stay handy, friends!